Hello. This is Taking the Stage podcast.
Number 2.
This is our second episode, and so this episode we want to talk a little bit about just why we're doing a podcast in the first place, and so why do we think why would we do a podcast? What's the point of it? What's the reason for our podcast? And so I'll let you start. Why did you brought up the idea a long time ago about why we should start a podcast? It's way before quarantine, pandemic, and mail. And why did you say we should start a podcast?
Because I thought it would be something fun for us, a fun activity, a hobby. And I just wanted something to chronicle our lives. And especially after having Mel, just having something for her.
Gotcha. And so, do you think it's still a good idea why we would do it right now and nowadays? Or
I do. I still think it's a good idea to have these sort of things in archives. You know, stuff that we don't want to forget and all that.
Yeah. And I think, the reason why I was right on board as soon as you said it, and then it's taken us a while to actually get started on it. But the reason why I thought it was a great idea is honestly because we're rather unique people, right? Being African Americans or black people from why are you rolling your eyes at me?
I'm rolling my eyes. I thought we did the introductions last time. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying more about why we would start a podcast. I mean, we're interesting enough, right? And we did say that in the last episode, I guess. But I was just saying why we would start a podcast in the first place. I mean, you don't think that's important to be those type of, I guess, not necessarily role models, but to feel normal. Especially nowadays, I mean, people, don't have that type of there is a me out there, that type of thing, and then we're diverse and we have versatile backgrounds and skills, and so that's all I meant.
We are diverse. I definitely think we're unique, and I also think that there are thousands of podcasts out there, and it's all about kind of finding what is comfortable for you.
Yeah.
So if people listen to it, then they listen to it. But, all in all, I really just wanted, something for us, something to allow us to kind of express ourselves in a different way. Something that was just new and different for us.
At one point, I even said it was going to be more of, for me specifically, therapeutic, right? Mm-hmm. And that. In the black community, therapy isn't, normally, quote unquote, accepted, or when we were growing up anyway, at least. Our parents definitely weren't, they didn't, go to therapy for sure. And those things weigh on you. And so this is kind of a sort of release, but also, I think it's to, I look at the youngsters in our church and from teenagers to the little kids, to our kids. And I think, what are they going to be thinking about and focusing on? And, the church in itself, not our church, but I'm saying church in general, mm-hmm. has a stronghold on, well, this is how you're supposed to be. And you don't realize that, everyone's trying their best to be that type of person. Mm-hmm. And so, if you have, podcasts like this where you're just talking your feelings out and talking about things and kind of expressing yourself like you said, then that allows, I could do it. I'm just trying my hardest, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
People are failing just like me. So, no, you don't. Why are you making that face?
What face?
You're on recording, right? They can see.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna not be me. What face?
Nothing. I was just saying. Okay.
I was just listening to you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, in saying that, and why we would start a podcast, let's think about, what are some things that we want to talk about in our podcast, other than just, the first episode was about our origin story, but in this episode, of course, is just about why we would start it. But what are the future things that you want to maybe discuss or talk about, or kind of, lend yourself or lend your expertise to?
I don't know about that, but I just wanted to do something that would be, new, fun, and different. So I'm all for just topics and things that kind of help us get to know one another a little more, even though I don't really know how much more we could learn about each other after 13 years, but still, just different, like, fun things. That's what I want. And then, of course, we would just talk like we normally talk.
Yeah.
About any and everything. We talk about a wide range of things. So I'm excited to see where it goes and just to see what we can bring out of each other in doing this.
Yeah, I remember my mom said a long time ago, she said, have y'all ever thought about starting a podcast?
A lot of people have said that.
For her, we're hilarious.
Oh, how we communicate.
Yeah. How we communicate, how close we are. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been together for almost 13 years now. And
yeah.
It's been a road. But we do have our little nuances and small little things that we do that's very unique to us.
Yeah.
And just how we, like you said, communicate with each other, handle each other, how we know each other's ups and downs and little small parts that, sometimes people say you shouldn't know that much about your partner.
Who said that?
Well, okay. A lot of people feel that way. They wouldn't say it out loud. But you can tell that a lot of people are just like, oh, y'all close.
Yeah, a lot of people look at us and they're like,
Which is fine.
I don't know. That's what works for us, though. Yeah. That's what keeps us, like, going. That's our driving force. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you're very stagnant or you don't know something and you're tiptoeing around people. We don't have that type of communication, and I love that about us. So I don't know where you heard that tidbit. But
I'm not saying that's
don't
us.
keep down in your pocket.
No, I'm saying that's how people,
I get it. I was joking.
Yeah.
But still, I'm excited.
Gotcha. Okay, so you said you wanted the next episode to be about. Go ahead.
Oh, I think we should do like a cute little get to know you type of thing.
Gotcha. Which is fine with me.
I don't know. I mean, it may be. I haven't looked at any questions or anything, but they ask pretty like surface level stuff. But still, it's always kind of funny to see what your answers are, because your answers may change from time to time. Kind of like when we do the ranking thing where we rank different foods and stuff, and it's changing all the time. So I don't know. I'm excited.
And then even so, like, in the long run, we actually want to, start inviting people on our podcast, right?
Of course.
And so, we always say that we're unique, but only because we have unique people around us, right?
We do. Yes, we do.
Very, we have friends that are policemen and women, friends that are chefs, friends that are...
a lot of different backgrounds.
A lot of different backgrounds, right? And so... in fashion and all type of stuff, and not just our friends, but we want to include our church family as well. And so, a lot of our church family is literally blood family.
I have an episode about our faith and stuff, because I don't think we talked that much about it. I know we mention church a lot, but we do definitely need to do an episode where we kind of delve into it and kind of explain where we're coming from.
Yeah, certainly. And so, and that that's not just one episode, but that's gonna stretch over time as far as just understanding more about us and our belief system. But and then of course Mel and the baby will come into play at times. Children. It's children.
Children.
You're with child. That's another part of this.
Yeah, we
journey,
didn't really get to do we didn't really get to have a lot of footage and stuff when we were pregnant with Mel, because we had so much going on. So hopefully this time we'll be able to put a lot more into it. Yeah,
perfectly. That's the way it turns out, and so that's another reason for starting a podcast right now. Why not? Why not? It's a great time to have that, like you said, that chronicle of what has happened over this time, but also we've been saying we was gonna start it, so no time like the present. So, you got anything else?
No, I think I'm good for now. I'm glad we got this little 5-10 minutes to talk and decompress.
Yeah, in the middle
I'm ready to
of
go eat some food.
I'm about to say in the middle of Mel sleeping and us barbecuing all day, and so yeah, this was good. This was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's been another episode of Taking the Stage, and so we'll see you all next episode. All right.
All right. Bye.
Have a good one.